Welcome to today's concert. My name is Alex Prirodny. I'm the music director and organist here at St. John's. When Father Duncan asked me if I wanted to do a online streaming concert for Navajo children, to raise money for Navajo children, I was really thrilled with the idea. I think it's such a blessing that we're able to help real people in time of need as a church. So a little later I will bring in a special guest, a member of a native Taiwanese Aboriginal tribe who is also a musician, and she will be demonstrating some native instruments and songs from her tribe, and she will talk a little bit about how it is to be an Aboriginal musician in modern day Taiwan. But I want to start with a little bit of a solo piano performance. So in doing research for this concert, I was trying to find Native American musicians through history, trying to see who achieved something in music. And I have to say, I was surprised that there were not many famous names that I could find, which I think speaks to the challenge for Native Americans to kind of find their place in modern American society. There was, however, one exception. A great jazz bass player and composer, Oscar Pettiford. So I'm going to put his information on the screen here. So Oscar Pettiford, he was born in Oklahoma, and he was 3/4 Native American and 1/4 African American. And he recorded with kind of everyone in that jazz scene at the time, from Duke Ellington and Woody Herman to Thelonious Monk, Miles Davis, Dizzy Gillespie, etc., etc. I think he was one of the most recorded jazz bass players of all time, and really just a legendary musician, and one of my personal favorites. So I'm going to play for you two pieces by Oscar Pettiford. The first one is called Blues in the Closet, and the second is called Bohemia After Dark. I don't think the names actually mean too much. It's both pieces are just basically blues. The first one is a major blues, the second one is a minor blues. But I think if you listen closely, you will be able to hear some influence of Native American music. At least I hear it in his composition, particularly in the second one. There is a part where it sounds like some kind of war or hunting call or chant. It's really striking when you actually notice it. So without further ado, I will play Blues in the Closet and Bohemia After Dark by Oscar Pettiford. Just two pieces with no break in between. And to play, I will probably put on my jazz hat. So today I have a real pleasure to welcome my friend Sayun. She is a classical percussionist. She lived in New York for a few years actually, but she is also a representative of a native Taiwanese tribe called Truku or Taroka. And she's, I think, a perfect person to talk a little bit about the native Taiwanese culture, or the best person I know that can give us some context. So welcome.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about the Truku tribe. Where are they from? Just a little bit of background for for our audience.
Sure. So Truku tribe now is located in the northeast part of Taiwan, like in Hualien County.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
actually,
mountains, right?
Yes.
It's a mountain
yes.
region.
And originally we were all belong to a Taya tribe.
Yeah.
Truku and Setiak tribe were all belong to a Taya tribe.
Mm-hmm.
So we share the same tradition and culture, but because of the migration happened, so certain people from a Taya group split. They went to the other side of the central mountain range.
Yeah.
To the east. That's why the language became different.
Yeah.
So that's how Truku tribe,
yeah,
happened. My roots is always in my music.
Yeah.
And I can't take away, from my music. So I would say it has been always my secret mission to use the Aboriginal material in my music, in my improvisation or my composition.
And the first song you're gonna play actually solo, where does that come from?
Come from the Truku tribe, and it's about missing people. When you really miss somebody, and you play this tune to think of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What's it called?
We don't have a name. We don't have a name for them, but they just play it to,
And then the second song, what's it going to be?
You mean the
song the one we're gonna do together.
Play. Yeah. It's called Warrior Song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's traditionally sung by men when they are hunting or when they are at war.
Okay.
Yeah, very manly.
All right. Good. Let's play some music.
Sure.
All right.
I would like to introduce you a traditional Truku flute. It sounds like this. It was traditionally used to commemorate the dead spirits. We don't use it in that context anymore. That means we can play it in any occasions we like. The next instrument I like to introduce you is this called daduk. It's kind of mimicking its sound. It's wood. Daduk. So daduk has 4 pieces of wood. The notes is kind of in relative fashion, like yeah, and traditionally it was used in communicating with people from different sides of mountains, because we, in old times, our ancestors really live in like mountains far away from each other. So if you want to tell your neighbor like, hey, it's time for dinner, if you want to come over, then you would play something on the daduk, and the people from the other side will hear it, and they might come. Or if you want helpers to for exchange work, you play some tunes and they will catch that, hopefully. But nowadays we use it in more like a celebrational context, like people's weddings or some kind of recreational settings. So I would like to play I would say like a special song for you, created for you, and I'll be using the flute and datuk, and also playing a little traditional tune in it.
All right. Well, that was really something. Uh, Big thanks to my friend Sayun for sharing her music and her culture with us. I think I'm going to finish this concert by really short rendition of Woody Guthrie's "This Land Is Your Land." So thank you again so much for listening. Please don't forget to donate, and see you next time.